It is kind of like, right now, I would say the mastermind. I mean, it's all my baby, but this is definitely like, I'm so excited to see what we're going to be able to do with these 5D classes. And um, I don't know, it's just like you just know, right? When you step in and you know that something big is about to happen. I really feel that with this, and it lights me up in all the right ways. Um, and the other thing that I think I kind of said this in the last class that we did, or the last little meetup that we did about the 5D classes in general, is there's it's kind of, hi Ella. Maybe I'll have Ella talk a little bit about what her, of course she's not in mastermind, but she's in the accelerator. But it's just like I'm actually really excited that you came, Ella, because she is just one of those ones where it's like, I don't even know how to say this. It's not for everyone, right? This journey is not for everyone. And I don't know, Ella, do you want to share a little bit what just because you've been in it now?
I am in it now. Yeah, it's definitely has edgy moments, but then you're so supported, and then like just do what I'm told. Just do what I'm told. But Jules is like, I don't know if you can write. I was saying that to Neil on the retreat. I don't think you can, like, I don't know how you even explain in written words the support that you get from Jules and what she does. So I'm in month 5 of it, and I'm in getting ready for the next sleep. So kind of, but I'm doing the stuff, and I feel supported, and I have my tools, and honestly, I'm beyond grateful. Yeah. So thank you, Jules,
Aw.
and ask for them.
Well, I would say Ella is one of if there is going to be somebody that stepped in, because, I think Ella would. It's not that you just don't do anything. It's not only is it a lot as in business creation, but also it's a lot of bringing your consciousness to the very edge and beyond in order to actually create something in the fifth dimension. And but once you understand what that feels like, and you really start to allow those challenges to be boost in the business as well, it can get really exciting. And because it's your business becomes an expression of how you're connected to source. And it's I mean, it's life changing. I mean, let's just say for what it is. It just it becomes a journey that you can't really put words on, because it is a journey between you and the divine. And then when you have the right tools of how to bring that into creation, it's exciting, and but can be challenging at the same time. So thank you for sharing that. Um, so we kind of did talk about, I think if anybody was not at the last call and needs the PDF of what's included in the mastermind, let us know and we can throw that up in the chat. We're looking at it starting I think it's going to be June 18th will be the mastermind. And if you sign up for the mastermind, you'll also get access to the creation course, just to kind of get you started and get you attuned to what's actually happening here. And Ella, no, if you want to join that, you're welcome to, though I feel like you're kind of way past that. But and of course you're going to go through the next DMT courses, and that's only what I'm offering for this first class, just because so many of you are interested in taking that. And that would be a big financial jump to do all of the DMT classes and the mastermind, and I understand that. So I'm going to offer it just to the inner community, that you will get the DMT classes as a part of that. I also just feel like it's a really strong support of being able to go through what you're going to go through if you choose to step into the mastermind. It is nice to have that extra support because I think all of you that are on have the awareness of what the technologies are capable of doing on conscious shifting and that's the biggest thing is to keep your frequency high, keep yourself attuned, that sort of thing. Do you guys have any specific questions so that you feel like you would like to have answered as you're kind of sitting in all this? Yeah, Kate.
I realized I really don't know what 5D means.
So, what that means is that you're basically creating in alignment with source guidance. And another way of saying it is that, well, I mean, well, Astrolima's interaction will be a little different than like even what Ella's experiencing because she's in a very intense program. But with the mastermind, it's also getting guidance from I wouldn't say the fifth dimension because Astrolima is definitely not even of a dimension, but it's the ability to take that clear guidance and use the transmissions and the guidance in order to create your business. And at the same time, creating from a place that is in that inner guidance of what you're receiving, and then also being able to hold reflection and receive guidance in a place of clarity. An example of this would be when you're going to create an offer that the whole time it's being created through the technologies. So in the creation class, and Ella's been doing this as well, and Neil too, and Paula, she was at the retreat as well. They just activated the five technologies of the quantum telepathy. And so when you're going to go in and even do anything, you're activating the technologies first, letting the divine inform your consciousness, and then you're just doing what you're told or being given the information. So it's not like you're going and looking for information in the third dimension or you're going and creating something in the third dimension because it's all being created there. So a lot of it is particle alterations in the transmissions of what's happening, been to build something at a frequency that's not of this dimension. And that's like in Ella's experience, it's not always easy because, especially and I hope it's okay that I just kind of share a little bit like Ella's, her intention was to build her business and really master her ability as a healer because she's an amazing healer. And what she's being asked to do is to really like step into what that is in a very intense level so that she can be in the purest state of the divine frequency in order to do that. And is easy to put into words, but to actually experience it, it's that is a journey in itself, but she's literally creating her business from that state because that's what her mission is. So it's very mission based, and through that mission that it's informed by the divine frequency in that mission as well, and it's just a different experience. Do you have anything you would add to that, Ella? I mean, you don't need to, but if you had something come through.
Just in short, that I'm becoming the purest, most connected to the divine, and not just for sessions, but in my everything that I do as I live, everybody I communicate with. And I was a healer before since 2020 full time. And I was not in this place even when I'm not doing the session. So it's like everything is coming, my whole world, even my cats are different, everything. But yeah, so it's an embodiment, but I know that word is used a lot. So just becoming the purest self.
Mm, yeah, that's beautiful. And it's been just so amazing witnessing it as well. Kathy, did you have did that answer your question, Kate?
Yeah, so it really is basically like doing your best to live at the fifth level of consciousness in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fifth
I was
level,
also
eighth,
thinking
fourth.
5D, does the physical world disappear or whatever, but it isn't that. It's, um, yeah.
Actually, if I can add to that, it's you're moving out of the fears and the distractions
Mm.
and all the things that kind of keep you from fully, truly stepping into your power and also the purity and divinity. So it's actually the same thing as I was saying before, but like you're moving out of the noise. Like it's still there. Like, life is still going, but it's not, I'm still doing what I'm told. And I'm seeing miracles and I know that the miracles are just going to get bigger. So I'm really excited.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. On top of that, Kate, to kind of bring it down to into the 3D, is that we're still using like scalability, right? Like you're still creating something that's going to be an actual business. I mean, like, where's you're still going to show up, you're going to get on your computer, and there's going to be things that you're doing that are 3D. You're just doing it from a different state. And so the result of that is just what Ella said, that the distractions and all of the things that would maybe, I mean, gosh, an example would be something that would maybe take 4 months can take 3 weeks because there's not all of the distractions and all of that. It goes a lot faster. And when you get really good at it and the particles start to align and things start to sink in, it goes even faster. And so that's when you can start to scale, like just like what Ella was saying, like she's reaching her goals and then it's time to and that's what Astroluma does is every time you're ready to move to the next level of scalability is that they activate the business plan and do the transmissions, holding it, it's shifting the particles. So all you do is step in and do what you're told, right? Because that's what it is. So there is, I don't want to say there's like some magic to it, but I mean, there kind of is, like, because it's just working in a different place. And of course, the pure, and that's the biggest part of stepping into being a light worker, and especially doing it in the way that the Astraluma is calling upon the people. It needs to be those that can hold a pure state of consciousness because with the ego can't go where they're asking us to go. And so that is a devotion. And that's why it has to start in a place of a mission. And for Ella, her mission is to be able to heal, right? And to do it from a pure state and to help people, not just through healing, but in other ways that she feels called to. But it's done like it has to be able to scale in this way and to do it in the fifth dimension. It has to come from a place of purity. So there's some releasing of those fears and being able to walk that path of, okay, I'm going to take this step, but I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, there's going to be moments like that where it gets really uncomfortable. And she has been amazing because some of the stuff they have asked her to do is like, it would blow your mind. I mean, they literally just up leveled her whole entire business and put her into a completely different field and just was like, go do it. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm doing it though.
She is, and she's doing it amazing and like amazing. Okay, Kathy.
Can you define what Astroluma says is a business? Because I feel, and I've been really delving into this and really going deep, is I'm seeing my business as a one-on-one with people, but I don't see myself as a titan of industry.
I mean, so I see your business as, that you're in service. So you're in
Yeah.
service of readings, of healing. So you're a one-on-one, you could say, I don't want to say practitioner, but if we're just going to bring it down to the third dimension, then you would be a one-on-one practitioner. So
Yes.
you're doing one-on-one work. So yeah, you can definitely, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that that's what they create their business around. And, and also I think there's this place where you have to step back and be like, okay, how much do I want to work in my business? Right? These are all questions that we want. So it's like, is this something where I only want to work 5 hours a week? Or do I want to work 10 hours a week? One, like, what is my dream life of being in a business? Because that's going to be different for everyone, and everybody's going to be in these different places. And it may be that your dream of having a business is that you have 10 clients a week, and that maybe you're booking
Yep.
out a month in advance. And so you know what your schedule is going to be, and you get to interact. And maybe it's not that you want to do teaching and you want to do all this other stuff. Maybe it's like, I only want to put out a newsletter every once in a while because of where you are in your life, right? And but that's it, having that awareness is important, because I am looking at Emily, and I would say she's in a completely different place. Like, she's ready to scale her business to a place where she's it may be that she's working 30 to 40 hours a week, but she's also like really scaling to where she can shift that, and she can start to step back from the day to day and start to lock in her systems and processes so that she can continue to scale without it being more work for her. Like, I'm just guessing that that's where we're going to go with you, Emily, but that's way different than what you would be doing, Kathy. And it doesn't mean that you may get to a place where that's something that you want to do, but that I don't, and I'm not going to
I'm
say what it is.
100% in. I mean, this is my life. It's
Hmm.
really studying and being there. Um, I don't know what it looks like right now, but that's okay. But
Right. And
that's
that's
where I'm
why
seeing
I
it.
feel like that first course, the creation course, by the end of that, I feel like you'll have a really good idea of where you're going to continue once we get into mastermind. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have to, and that's the nice thing is if you don't have any idea, that's what that class is for. Hello, sweet baby. Oh my goodness, I love you. Oh my goodness. Well, you just said that your cats are different. So you should come have her presence.
Yeah, this has been happening the last 4 or 5 months. It's crazy. Yeah. What I want to say, I don't know if that helps, Kath. I don't know how this platform is looking. Like I haven't, like aside from what I'm doing, but when I filled out the form, the long thing, Jules, Jules almost was reading between the lines. Like she could see even, as I wrote that. It was almost maybe I was channeling when I wrote it, but like she could see between the lines and she could delve deeper. So I just got goosebumps, but it's like even bigger than what I first envisioned. But it's also was part of the vision. I don't know. Hope
Yeah.
I'm explaining well.
And and that what you just said, Ella, is also the beauty of a mastermind. I mean, they call it a mastermind for a reason because it's when you throw an idea into a container, and then there's a lot of different reflections that start to happen. And in that, it starts to get really, really clear and exact in a sense, right? And gosh, can you imagine all these people in 5D that are sitting around going, "Arr." So it could just be really cool. It could be really cool. But that is also what you get in the mastermind is at the end is that I will create your first scalable business plan. And that's kind of what Ella has had the experience of a couple of times. And, one of the biggest things that just kind of a few, just throwing it out there is that yes, this is a 5D business, but structure in the fifth dimension is extremely important. It has to be structured in that way so that you can step into something that is running in a system with systems and processes so that whatever you go and put in there, that it's going to, and I like before I let Ella scale to the next level, I'm like, okay, do you have enough people that are helping you to where you're not going to have to work more? Because to be able to scale, you have to have the systems and processes put in place. And so there's just things that a lot of us don't really think of. And because the last thing you want to do is blow up and then you don't have a foundation or a structure to hold it. And that's what we will make sure that you have put in place as well. Um, Is there any other question? Neil, do you have anything you want to say? You have a different background, Neil. Where are you?
I'm at a cafe. Can you hear me? I'm at a
Yes.
cafe.
Oh, you're at the
I
cafe.
was in transit, so I had to pull over here.
Ah, well, we're happy you're here. Do you have anything you want to share?
Uh, really excited about everything. I don't have anything else.
That's okay. Okay. Well, so Neil is going to, I think you guys kind of heard that he's going to step in as helping out in the creation course and then a little bit in mastermind. He's going to bring some of his certification and also his business coaching background into the mastermind, which will be really fun to see what comes through with that. But are there any other questions that you might have that this is your opportunity, Paula?
You, when do you need us to decide on the 6-month one? If we want to sample the 30-day one first, or like
You
when's
can't
the
do
cutoff
that
to
way.
decide on six
Well,
months?
that's kind of the way it was structured that if you're not sure, go into that, right? So it's like it kind of gives you an idea of like what
Yeah.
it is, and then you can decide, okay, well, is this enough? Do I even need to do that? Is this enough where I go and practice what I created in that class? Because I'm going to give you a lot of information and a lot to work with, and at the end of it, you'll be able to go play, if you will. And then you may have an understanding because it doesn't start till the 18th. But as soon as I haven't decided if I'm going to cut it at 8 or 10, but as soon as we have that, it'll close. So I can't really say it's going to close on this day because it'll close when it's full.
Okay. Are you close to full, or do you or
We have 3 spots. Oh,
left?
yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. So I think you're good for a while um, with that. Emily?
So I just have a question because I've been going through the creation course. I spent most of my day working on the core messaging. And I'm feeling, I guess I'm in this class, I feel like I've done this so many times, worked on my ICA, my number one problem, all of this, and it's like nothing's clicking. And so I spent a lot of time really going into, the technology beforehand, and I just free wrote and free wrote.
Amazing.
But when I was starting to put the core message together, I was like, gosh, I feel like I'm still going back to the old stuff that I've been always working on. So I'm just curious, in this course, will I get more clarity on the direction that I'm supposed to be going? Because I feel like there's part of me that's still stuck in like the 3D of how I
Right.
function.
Right. And so, like, where you are is going to be different than most people that are in the creation course because, like, Kathy, she doesn't have a mission statement. She hasn't even started. And so, because where you are, it's going to be a little bit different. So, and because you're in the mastermind, like, I would almost have you fill all that out and then send it to me.
Okay.
Okay, and then like we'll have it and put it in a different container for right now. So don't think that because you're doing this differently than the people that are just going to go through that 30-day process, just copy and paste everything that you have. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, you're going to bring it into the mastermind and we're gonna put it in the fifth dimension. Like
Okay.
in a different way but during that class we will have Q&As with Astraluma and you can ask some questions and transmissions, but it's going to be, obviously it's a different container. It's like there's not a lot of one-on-one with that, but you'll get support in the mastermind. Also in the 30-day process, like I'm going to be teaching, I probably am going to teach the first two of them with Neil. And we're going to be doing a lot of it, like going through it together. So, like, if the more you can have the end answer, when you go into the class, we're going to up level it so that it's in the
Perfect.
vibration of what it
Okay.
is. That's why I want you going through it beforehand, kind of like what Ella said. Like, it's like she filled out all this stuff, but then by the time, not that I'm going to be doing it personally, but I can kind of get you to a place where you know that, okay, that feels like really close to being it. But that's only week one that you're in. So when you get to week two, it's going to go to another level. So wherever it is for you, that's okay because you're
Okay.
going to go to the next level on this. All we're doing right now is, I can tell you what the main purpose of this 30-day class is to teach you how to let the technology run your consciousness.
Okay. That
It's
makes
really what
sense.
it's
I
about.
mean, literally, I'm at this blank canvas right now. My business is dried up. So I'm like, all right, let's
Oh my
go
gosh,
in.
this is
And
so
yeah, and
awesome.
this morning the message I got was just surrender and play. Just have fun and don't worry about the money or anything. And that's where I'm
So
at.
what I
So,
want you to do when you're doing this, like your most important thing, Emily, is what is my mission?
okay.
Like,
All right.
what is the divine asking of me?
Okay.
Because if you're in a place where it's blank canvas, like, awesome, that's where I would want you to be. I mean,
I'm
that's
right there.
literally what they did with Ella. Like she already had a good business that was successful. And they're like, okay, that's great, but we're going to literally download a whole entire different modality. You're going to step in and I'm getting chills as I say that. And she's just like, what? She was willing to just literally step in and she's doing it and like she's killing it. Right.
Awesome.
So the fact that you're in a place where it's ready to be informed is actually an amazing place to be.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
up for it.
So
I
when
have
you're
no
going through
ego.
that, like when you start to get lit up by something, pay attention
Okay.
to it.
Yeah, it's interesting because like right now, normally I do social media, I have YouTube. I can't produce anything.
That's not a bad thing.
Okay, so it's good just
It-
kind of stay
It's
quiet
just
for the.
and yeah, it's
Okay.
for a reason, and I would just trust it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just allow. Well, that's what they told me this morning. Just surrender. So
I love it.
thank
Yeah,
you.
of course. Kathy, did you have a
Yeah,
share?
I think that half of it is we've heard the call. I heard it very deeply. So it's just trusting to move forward with it because I
Yeah.
know I'm supposed to be here.
Well, I feel like that, like where you and Emily both are, and definitely where Ella is that sometimes it's that call becomes it becomes a devotion, right? It really does, and that devotion is what carries us through that. Like, oh my God, I have no idea what's happening. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm afraid, I'm scared. But I feel like it's for a reason. Because if everybody could just step in and be like, yeah, I'm devoted to the divine, I'm going to be a millionaire. Like, okay, you guys, like, no, it's just like it has to be a real thing. And you get tested. I mean, let's just say it for what it is, but it's in that test that you begin to master what it is to allow the mission to inform what it is that you're doing so that it is from a place of purity.
And I know that this will be a different platform than what I get with Astralum, but they see my blind spots that I've never actually even heard of, like looking for evidence. And it's like, oh my God, I am. It's like, so they see these things and even the fears, like they're very precise. So then it gives you aha moments, even no matter how intuitive we are, sometimes it's not always, especially when it's that precise, not always, well, at least for me, not always visible, especially about myself. Like it's easier always for somebody else. So I think that's like, I don't know how this is going, but we're not really wasting a lot of time. They're really, uh, do you understand what I mean, Jules? Like it's
Yeah.
this, I can, yeah. So, yeah, mastermind, you probably just come with specific questions. They like that, and
Yeah.
then go from there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, specific questions and then transmissions for what's needed. And of course, with the mastermind, it's not going to be as much of exactly what Ella's experience is, but it'll be a little bit of that for sure. And but there is a structure that you'll go through to kind of know what to bring. And even in this first class, like with Emily, it's like just do that first part of it, right? Just do it. And then when you come to class, we're going to up level it, attune it, activate the technology together so that you can have the experience of what it is to not do it in the mind, but do it through what I would say through the divine or the DNA. Oh, Kathy?
One thing that I did, what I've been really diving deeply is what I found is that I thought I was just going to be a level of service, but what Oscar, my AI, pointed out that there is value, and it's about bringing that value and clarity in what you have to offer. It's not just a service thing because you. It's almost like throwing yourself out with the bathwater. It's
Yeah.
like it has to be an exchange of energy in order to move in, and I really got that this week.
Yeah, and that value is that's one thing that I want you all to kind of sit in right now too, is that when you're asked to come and literally change the world, you're going to be supported in that, right? So it's not, oh, pay me so that I can go and buy a Porsche. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. But it's about, oh, okay, bringing the more income that's coming in, the more people I can reach, the more that I can, that the work that the divine has asked me to do, the more it can expand and we can continue to do the work. And that's like, there is a devotion to that, right? And so the value is it's not based on your ego, it's based on um I mean that's another fifth dimensional thing, is that it's not even a like exchange of energy, it's a circulation. It's a circulation where it's you just step out of it and you just do what you're told. I mean, that's literally even down to price point, right, Ella? Like they were like that you're not charging enough, you need to up your cost. And then they had to go into the coding system of her website because it was holding a frequency that was lower. And so they totally realigned her price point, and she's really amazing. I would say she's better at that than even I am, of like saying to what price they have given her. So
Yeah, I have to raise it June the 15th. And I have to tell you, but they gave really good, then you get people that are really serious about healing, that they really believe that they can heal. It's not just like the come heal me. So I think everything with Astralum, if I can say, is like very evolved. Like even medical intuitive will be out. I'm still have it in areas because it's known, but even that's going to be outdated, Astraluma said. So it's everything. We're like the future.
yes, yeah, I love that. I love that. Does anybody else have any questions? All right. Well, if you do have something come up, you can message, email, message, however you'd like to communicate, either Neil or I. And yeah, I think some of you are already signed up for the creation, so I look forward to spending time with you guys there too. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for spending this time with me. Lots of love. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Ella.